deploy the hopes that the Student Senate poll will provide enough feedback for the university. The pandemic put their plans on hold. Leaders at the Peoria Innovation Alliance want to turn Fulton Plaza into the center of life. As of Friday, it's finally spring. So you know what that means? It's time to break out those Hawaiian shirts. Weather continues to warm up this spring. Be sure to keep an eye out on ACBU's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for more information about upcoming events. U.S. consumers are starting to feel the effects of cyber attacks on their wallets. Bradley students will soon be able to hit the softball diamond and play ball. As you mentioned, I'm here with Sophia. She's the creative director of the How Can I Help My Neighbor campaign. Simply pick up a book and read to them before bed. We saw its unemployment rate fall in May, but Peoria is still experiencing some of the highest unemployment in the area. Bradley senior Emma Knopp, organizer of the Bring the Beat campaign. Thanks for joining us, Emma. This part of central Illinois is supposed to see over 6 inches of rain within the next few weeks. The Biden administration is suspending former President Trump's migration agreements with El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. And seniors get ready to graduate. Some are already landing jobs before they cross the stage. A promising new study says the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines could potentially provide protection from coronavirus for years. COVID and the cold weren't enough to stop an East Peoria Girl Scout troops from delivering their cookies. This year, instead of doing their normal cookie booth outside of stores and businesses, they held their first ever virtual cookie booth. Major League Baseball is in full swing this spring as we are now about a month into the season. Nolan tells us more about some Bradley White Sox fans who have big hopes for the Southsiders. After a fall semester of mostly virtual events, the Activities Council at Bradley University, or ACBU, wanted to bring some sense of normalcy to life on campus. Nathan Thomas, Vice President of Student Affairs at Bradley, noted that campus involvement is such an important part of the university experience.
We know that critical to student success is their involvement and engagement in activities, including ones that their student organizations plan and host. And so it was a goal of ours early on in the semester to get to that point pretty quickly.
Now with COVID-19 case counts staying low in Illinois and on campus, the university's relaxed restrictions gave ACBU more options to plan their events this spring semester. Abby Peterson, the president of ACBU, was excited for the opportunity to start flexing her creative muscles in planning for hybrid events.
Honestly, at first, I was kind of unprepared just by the amount of work that goes into some of these hybrid events or fully virtual events. I did know what needs to go into an event and kind of those basic elements, so I could pretty easily adapt.
Among the in-person events lined up this semester is a silent disco, ACBU's concert series Recess, and most recently, Bradley's Got Talent. One attendant felt it was safe to be in New Miller Hall for the talent show.
Personally, I'm really comfortable being back. It's really nice to be able to see stuff in person, get out of your room, and I can support my friends in person, so I'm really comfortable with it.
As the weather continues to warm up this spring, be sure to keep an eye out on ACBU's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for more information about upcoming events like their silent disco and Recess. Reporting in Bradley Hall, I'm Hernan Gutierrez, BUTV News. One neighborhood school teamed up with Bradley students to bring a community project to life over the weekend. For about a year and a half, the Whittier Primary School Parent-Teacher Organization fundraised for a new playground through local grants and other donations. They then reached out to Bradley for help putting it together. The university's civil engineering and construction departments took the lead on the planning of the playground. Dr. Suhail Alhauer was in charge of organizing the students, splitting them up into different zones, each with a different student lead. While Alhauer says it was a great opportunity for his students to get hands-on experience, he hopes the project has a bigger impact on them.
Knowing, especially being such a close place to Bradley, so this is something they'll be able to see almost on a daily basis. They'll see the kids having fun, they'll see the kids playing, and I'm sure they will have a feeling of pride and of an accomplishment.
Bradley's engineering departments have a long-standing tradition of working on similar projects within the Peoria Public School District. Whittier Primary Principal Julie Degnan enjoys being in the neighborhood and being able to continue the tradition.
Well, we love our partnership with Bradley and with the community. We love it. We think it makes our building so special. Just everyone coming together has been a beautiful thing.
Senior manufacturing engineering student Garrett Dominey grew up in the area and was more than happy to help a neighborhood school.
I got real excited because I was a little troublemaker kid when I was younger, and a good way for me to go let off some steam was at the playground, you know.
Whittier students will soon be able to use the playground as the group is set to finish the project May 1st. Reporting from Whittier Primary, I'm Hernan Gutierrez, BUTV News. With spring semester quickly coming to a close, Bradley University Health Services teamed up with the Peoria City County Health Department to bring various COVID-19 vaccination clinics to campus. Health Services hosted vaccination clinics for the 2-shot Moderna vaccine and for the 1-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine in the Markin Center. Now, as final exams are underway, students got their second dose of the Moderna vaccine. According to the Director of Health Services, Dr. Jessica Higgs, the pandemic strengthened the relationship between the university and the health department.
We have had kind of an ongoing working relationship for the 13 years that I've been here, but we've never really needed to coordinate quite as much as we have this year.
All in all, according to Dr. Higgs, the university gave out about 60 Johnson & Johnson shots. And with 3 days left in the second dose clinics, the university also gave out just under 1,100 doses of the Moderna shots. While the vaccine was already pretty accessible for the Bradley community, Dr. Higgs says the groups working together made it even easier for students and faculty to get vaccinated.
I feel like there was a lot of activity between the faculty, staff, and students to get the vaccine before we had it on campus, but then this just added like that extra push to make sure that it was easy for everybody to get it.
Bradley University spokesperson Renee Charles says the decision on whether or not the university will require masks or vaccinations will be made around August as fall semester approaches. But for now, Charles says with students involved in various internships and clinicals in the area, it's currently the best time to get vaccinated, especially in preparation of heading home for the summer.
We are part of the community. We aren't just in our bubble anymore. So it is very important that we make sure that our students, our faculty and staff all have access to make sure they can make the wise choice of getting a vaccination and making sure that they're staying healthy.
Looking forward to next semester, Charles says the school will continue to look at local guidelines in order to return to a normal fall 2021. Reporting from the Markin Center, I'm Hernan Gutierrez, BUTV News.